This program is made possible by grants from the National Endowment for the Arts, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and Xerox Corporation.
It's as if my mind creates shapes that I don't know about. I get this shape in my head, and sometimes I know what it comes from and sometimes I don't. It never occurs to me that they have anything to do with death. They are very lively. And I remember someone saying to me, "Why do you make your flowers so large?" And I said, "But you don't ask me why I make the river so small." When I got to New Mexico, that was mine. As soon as I saw it, that was my country. I'd never seen anything like it before, but it fitted to me exactly. Like something that's in the air. It's just different. The sky is different. The stars are different. The wind is different. I shouldn't say too much about this because other people may get interested, and I don't want them interested. I don't go out like that now, but I used to get right up in the morning and start out and stay out all day. I'd start off around 7, not get back until around 5.
Wasn't it hot?
Hot? Well, of course it was hot. It was terribly hot. And in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock, the bees would try to get in the car, so you'd have to close the windows. Of course it was hot. But a Model A was wonderful. You could take the back seat out. I could sit on the driver's seat when I turned it around and work on the back seat. And the windows were large enough, so it was very good. I could use a great big canvas that way, 30 by 36 or 30 by 40. That's a waterfall. There's a black streak in there. That's a waterfall. Maybe it's a little hidden. There's a black streak right there. Black water comes from it, and it spreads in a spray as it gets down a little way, and then it runs on down the arroyo.
Oh, you mean they really are water?
Oh, certainly, roaring waterfalls. Well, the boy that had taught me to drive told me there was a place up here that he thought I would like better than any place I'd seen, and I'd been around quite a bit. I thought at that time a dude ranch was one of the lower forms of life. I didn't know whether I'd want to be at a dude ranch or not. Arthur Pack bought the place the second year I was here, and he would write and ask if you were coming, and I wrote back that I never knew whether I was coming or not until I started, till I got my material in the car and drove off. So I arrived one day, and I hadn't told him I was coming. He said, "Why, Georgie, you didn't tell me you were coming. There isn't a bed on the place for you to sleep in." Well, I said, "You'll have to put someone out. I'm staying. I'm not leaving." So he pawed the ground a while with his toe of his boot, and after a while asked me if I'd as soon live over here. So I moved in, and I've lived in it since. I had to go to Santa Fe, 70 miles for every bite you ate. That was 70 miles on a dirt road. Well, it was pretty difficult, but I stayed.
It was definitely the landscape, but also that she was left alone to work, the peace and quiet that she had out here that she never had back in New York or Lake George.
She was a very private person about her work. At the time O'Keeffe and Stieglitz married, not even Alfred Stieglitz came in the room when O'Keeffe was painting.
I thought, well, he isn't like the people that I usually have here in Abiquiu who have spoken Spanish all their life and have a little difficulty with English. I said, "Well, you've gone to school, haven't you?" He said, "Yes, I've had 2 years of graduate college work." So I said to him, "Do you type?" a tall young man over 6 feet with hair down his back I was going to have to look at. So I found out in time that he was a potter.
Contrary to the George O'Keeffe which I had in my fantasy imagination, she's one of the most lively, energetic human beings I have ever met, and I'm sure I will ever meet. And sometimes I think, thank God. She started making pottery occasionally. She runs 2 houses, the Abiquiu house and this house. Then when it came to working on this film, I said, but you've had somebody here every day, almost constantly for 3 months, and we just got through the book. And then she said, oh yes, but if we do it now, then we'll get it over with. Georgia is working on a book project that she's doing with Viking Press.
Over 100 pictures in color.
With a text that she wrote herself, which is not exactly autobiographical.
No, it's about the pictures.
Summer Days
that
was the favorite painting in the Whitney show that went across the country.
It was the favorite painting of 90 paintings.
Well, that's probably why they want to use it on the cover. I'll cut it out and then we'll look at it. Well, you know, everybody's not the way you are. They don't take care of themselves as well as you do.
That's why you don't try to live to be 100.
Has there been a book like this ever done before?
Only the catalog of that show.
The Whitney catalog.
Yeah, but there really hasn't been
No
a
book.
book of your...
No, this is it.
It doesn't really matter if the color isn't absolutely right, if the picture feels right when you finish the print. The first year I was out here, because there were no flowers, I began picking up bones. Well, I wanted to take something home. I wanted to take something home to work on. I had a whole pile in the patio there. I wasn't painting them right then, but I had to get them first.